Yeah, sort it out for you and dig a little deeper. Candy Crowley and Steve Kastenbaum joining us right now. Good morning to both of you, and thanks for being here. Steve, I know that you talked to Zimmer last night. What did she tell you?
She's standing by her word. She says that she believes that this Sandy relief aid was tied to a big real estate development project, a proposal on the north side of Hoboken. She says she was told by the lieutenant governor during an event in Hoboken. She was taken aside and she was told that essentially the Sandy relief funds that she requested were contingent on Mayor Zimmer pushing through this development on the north side of the city.
Okay, so Zimmer says she talked to New Jersey Lieutenant Governor Kim Guadagno after an event last May and then journaled about the conversation right afterwards. We had the pictures of the journal. She even sent CNN pictures, as we said, of those journals. I think we have them to show you. And I can read you this one. The handwriting on your screen is tough to decipher, but it says, "The word is that you are against it and you need to move forward or we're not going to be able to help you. I know it's not right. These things should not be connected, but they are," she says. "If you tell anyone I said it, I will deny it." Of course, that's the mayor of Hoboken, Ms. Zimmer, describing the conversation she had with the Lieutenant Governor, Kim Guadagno. So, Steve, that was 7 months ago. Apparently, this happened May 13th.
Right.
Did she say why she waited until now to come out with this?
I didn't have the chance to ask her that. She had a very brief conversation with me very late last night, and so I didn't get to put that question to her. She did say in the interview on MSNBC that that perhaps she should have come out sooner, but that she's standing by this now and that she has to do what she feels is right for the people of Hoboken. You know, this revolves around a very big real estate deal in the very small, tightly, densely packed city of Hoboken. It's only 1 square mile. Real estate is a very touchy issue in that town, and she was very concerned about this. You know, on the one hand, you know, if she went forward with this real estate development proposal, she said she might get a lot of flack, might even get sued by owners of other real estate within the city for a number of reasons. But if she didn't go through with it, she said she was convinced that she wouldn't get the Sandy funds.
All right, well, I think this is what is part of what's so confusing, too, because it's an about-face for her.
Yeah.
Even in August, she tweeted, quote, "Very glad Governor Christie has been our governor." And she didn't mention any of this or any of her concerns in the CNN interview that we had with her last week. So, Candy, you know, I'm wondering, you're getting to talk to her in about an hour. What do you want answered?
Well, I think the one question is, why now? Why did you wait? Was anything legal, illegal done here? I mean, there's just some unanswered questions about her side of the story. As you all said, the Chris Christie office, the New Jersey governor's office, is pushing back very hard.
You know, Candy, I wonder, you know, that right now the consistencies between these two scandals, at least, that we're talking about, the GW Bridge and this, if these claims are indeed true, no connection directly to Governor Christie. And even at the end of, you know, the investigations in the Assembly in New Jersey and what could come out of this, the governor is vindicated. He had no involvement. Looking ahead to 2016, is there enough of the where there's smoke, there's fire concept here that he could be damaged even if he did nothing wrong?
Sure, there's always that. But, you know, history is full of people who had accusations in the media that they were unable to get rid of even when found vindicated. And now with Google, for heaven's sakes, it pops up whenever. There are always going to be people, no matter what is found, that are going to blame the New Jersey governor. But what's important is, to Republicans, is someone who can win, and or to Democrats for that matter. But if it holds out that he did nothing wrong in either case, and Republicans see him as most likely to beat the Democratic candidate, then my guess is they'll nominate him.
Okay, so we've been watching Florida real closely the last couple of days because in the midst of all of this, he's down there fundraising for the governor of Florida. Depending on what happens there over the next, you know, yesterday and today, and how successful or not successful that is that a good gauge of what we could see in the future in terms of his potential politically, or no?
Well, it's a gauge of where we are right now. I don't think we can say it's the gauge until, we hit the next step. I will tell you that the danger for Democrats is that there is a genuine policy thing going on with government officials or aides to the governor, rather, shutting down a traffic jam if they did for political reasons, putting out a traffic jam if they did so for political reasons. Now, it's a genuine question that Republicans say this is troublesome, or did say when it happened. Democrats say, oh my gosh, this is abuse of power. But if this starts to look like one more big political fight, if this begins to look like a political vendetta, I mean, you now have the chairwoman of the Democratic National Committee who's basically shadowing the New Jersey governor around Florida as he attends these events and giving news conferences. You have more and more Democratic mayors coming out. You have a Democratic-led investigation. They have to be very careful that this stays on the facts and stays as far away from the politics as they can.
And Steve, the timing I guess it leads to that, or it infers that possibly the reason she's coming out now, and we don't know, Candy will have an opportunity to speak with her, is that this is part of the conversation that's already started. And from your conversation with her, is there any indication that this was the catalyst was actually the conversation about the ad that's being investigated and the money that was maybe used inappropriately for the Sandy recovery package in advertising?
You're talking about the ad that featured Governor Christie and his wife, Stronger Than the Storm. We really didn't have an opportunity to talk about why she came forward now and didn't when she had a chance earlier, other than she just said she needs to do what's right for the people of Hoboken. Sandy funds in New Jersey, it's a very, very touchy, emotional issue for the people of the state. 80% of the city of Hoboken, only 1 square mile, somewhere between 45 and 50,000 people, 80% of Hoboken was underwater. So she wants to protect her city. That's what she says, that this city is in a very important place in New Jersey. It's tightly packed. Very few ways in and out of the city. She wants to protect the city, and she's very concerned, clearly, of whether or not she's going to get what she needs to do that.
All right. Steve Kastenbaum, a brief conversation with Hoboken Mayor Dawn Zimmer last night. Candy Crowley, you'll have the expanded conversation coming up at the top of the hour. Thank you both.
Thank you.
9 a.m. Eastern. You can see it right here.